In Everhood, a place where the mundane becomes exceptional, strange creatures walk freely. The game includes rhythm-based fights and a compelling 5 to 6 hour adventure full of surprises, eccentric characters, and mind-bending puzzles. As the terrain changes and evolves, what appears to be familiar may become a challenge, putting your wit and fortitude to the test. Immerse yourself in a bright universe filled with magnificent images and captivating sounds, and take on the challenge that awaits those who dare to be daring. The path is about self-discovery and regaining what was lost. Gryphon Night Epic Definitive Edition is a 2D medieval shoot-'em-up that combines classic gameplay with exploration and powerful boss battles. The narrative follows Sir Oliver and his Gryphon, Aquila. As they start on an exciting journey, they encounter new adversaries, including erstwhile allies who have turned on them. A deadly mystery hovers over the realm, and it is up to Oliver to discover the truth. The game includes 9 beautifully planned stages, epic battles against dangerous enemies, and a unique jump-in, jump-out local co-op feature that allows friends to join the journey at any time. Experience the thrill of Balatro, a gripping poker roguelike that reimagines deck building. Dive into the realm of illegal poker hands, where you'll find transforming joker cards and unleash exciting, over-the-top combinations. Strategically combine legitimate poker hands with separate joker cards to create diverse synergies and unique builds. Accumulate chips to outwit tricky blinds while discovering secret bonus hands and decks along the way. Every advantage counts as you try to blindside the boss, win the last round, and claim your hard-earned victory. Ebenezer Scrooge and his phantom pals are charged with protecting London from Caspar Malthus and his private guard, a rich businessman. Each ghost has special skills that allow them to explore London's dark corners and uncover the nefarious influence of the dark spirit and an army of unrepentant ghosts. The game has a story, conversations, and cutscenes, as well as an extensive map in the style of a traditional non-linear, ability-gated Metroidvania. Players must employ their ghost-specific skills to combat a horde of unrepentant ghosts that have arrived on London after the dark spirit's reappearance. 1000X Resist is a science fiction adventure set in a post-apocalyptic future where humanity's survival is at danger. The game depicts the rise of the All-Mother and her sisters, a society founded by Iris, who overcomes a lethal sickness brought on by the occupants. Iris, who is immortal, leads the sisters in a struggle against the occupants from an underground bunker known as the Orchard. The game provides a one-of-a-kind storytelling experience, combining several perspectives and genres to keep players rethinking all they know.
Meet the young hero of our story, Elise.
Little Goody Two Shoes Adventure Into the Woods is a horror narrative adventure game set in a hand-painted fairy tale backdrop. Elise, a little girl with a desire to become wealthy, discovers a pair of red shoes hidden in her backyard. Bewitched, she sets out on a perilous expedition into the enigmatic woods. The game has 10 alternative endings, but in order to survive, players must manage several facets of Elise's life. They must negotiate her villagers' relationships, explore the magical woodlands at night, manage her survival and resource management.
A lifelong passion.
Beasts of Maravilla Island is a 3D game in which players take on the role of a wildlife photographer and explore Maravilla Island's fascinating habitats. The game tries to restore humanity's faith in the mystical as the island's protecting enchantment deteriorates. Marina Montez, equipped with her grandfather's notebook and camera, must travel the island, solve puzzles, and interact with its unique flora and animals to find and photograph the amazing monsters. The game includes over 50 unique species, 3 separate natural zones, and countless opportunities to capture amazing images.
And bring back something.
Placed its final hopes with the Yamato.
CRESTA is a free-form shooting game in the neoclassic arcade series that mixes the classic 80s shooting games Moon CRESTA and Terra CRESTA with current technologies. The flagship Yamato, which is made up of warriors Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi, and Susanoo, can be docked, divided, and reassembled to destroy Megazopher's invading forces. With a time restriction, high-scoring caravan mode, and online leaderboards, the game provides classic 80s style thrill.
Vertical display mode. Challenge yourself and turn a multitude.
An uncharted world of hidden
Roki is a modern adventure game in which players go into a mystical northern land teeming with magic and terrifying creatures. The game has a broad range of characters, including creatures that might be friendly or creepy. For opening old tunnels and unravel the wood's mysteries, players must seek down long-forgotten items. Tove keeps track of her development in her notebook, which she considers a precious item. Roki appeals to gamers of various backgrounds with its non-violent gameplay, user-friendly controls.
that shouldn't exist, but do.
And his great sword of the purest.
The free edition Depths of the Forgotten adds a new zone, 3 new bosses, exotic weapons, a weapon customization system, and an obliterating ability to Eldest Souls. The game chronicles the rebellion against the old gods who have wreaked havoc on the planet. The player is saddled with a hefty weight and is armed with an obsidian greatsword. Fast-paced action, boss savagery, an ancient monarchy, and pixel precision are all characteristics of the game. By claiming the heavenly abilities of the old gods, players can personalize their battle style. Fight and Rage is a side-scrolling beat-em-up adventure set in the future, where mutants have enslaved humanity. To combat the tyrannical oppression, players must join forces with 2 humans and a mutant rebel. Fight and Rage provides a fluid gaming experience, including local co-op mode, friendly fire, and a one-on-one combat. For those looking for a more tough experience, Fight and Rage includes additional challenges built exclusively for pro gamers. The option is yours: fight the mutants and restore freedom, or submit to the law of the jungle. Wytchwood is a crafting adventure game that immerses players in a world full of gothic fables and fairy tales. As the enigmatic old witch of the woods, players must gather magical materials, learn the craft of making sorcerous enchantments, and decide on a cast of people and monsters. The game features a storybook art style, allowing players to explore the depths of the expressive land. Players must acquire, harvest produce, and construct unusual substances, such as poisonous toadstools and bottled fear. They must also investigate and create clever spells and sorcery.
I'll find my way back.
Below Zero is an underwater game that takes place in an alien ocean. To learn the truth of their sister's abduction, players must return to Planet 4546b. They must investigate abandoned research sites, look for information, and live in a barren environment. Twisty bridges, crystal caverns, glacial basin, and thermal vents are some of the new settings in the game. To survive the severe climate, players must build shelters, collect resources, and make vital equipment. They will also face alien lifeforms such as Titan Wholefish, Shadow Leviathan, and Penguins. This is a complete experience in which words are substituted by symbols, allowing players to explore and comprehend the world via visual signals. Public signs are riddles, fragments of a greater story waiting to be solved. To unlock their secrets, players must modify and link these signs. The sceneries are various, ranging from metropolitan streets to nature beauties, with each presenting unique difficulties and hidden meanings. The lack of language fosters a stronger connection with the surroundings and a more immersive experience. TEVI is an exciting game set in a war-torn universe full with scary animals and deadly foes. Players must navigate through many landscapes, each with its own set of difficulties and obstacles. The game has an engaging plot and compelling characters, each with their own reasons. Players must adjust their characters' powers to their playstyle, whether they use sheer force or smart methods. TEVI's unique combination of bullet hell and Metroidvania gameplay provides a deep and fascinating experience. making it an excellent pick for those looking for action, adventure, and mystery. Animal Well is a pixelated, creepy game in which players travel across a landscape filled with complicated puzzle boxes. The game incorporates non-linear exploration, enabling players to acquire objects in whatever order they like. The game also investigates the interactions between opponents, the environment, and objects, with each item possessing many functions. The game encourages players to continue with care, assessing safety and risk on their own terms and stressing tension and suspense in action-packed scenes. Dawn of the Monsters, a manga-inspired side-scrolling kaiju beat-em-up game, takes place during a catastrophic conflict between huge creatures known as Nephilim. Players take control of 4 huge behemoths: Megadon, Agagius Prime, Tempest Galahad, and Ganira, each having their own skills and play styles. They complete over 35 tasks in destructible, real-world locations. Players may use DNA augments to improve their monsters, unleash devastating rage attacks and cruel executions, and team up for 2-player co-op action. Volgarr the Viking II is a 2D action platformer based on the narrative of Volgarr the Viking, a barbarian ruler. The sequel presents a hard trip with new power-ups, magical powers, monster varieties, and an aggressive new soundtrack. Players may now pick the amount of challenge they want to encounter, allowing everyone to become a Viking. It includes modern convenience features like as checkpoints, save places, and an undead mode. The game includes different landscapes inspired by Norse mythology, several endings, and a number of challenging enemies to defeat.
In the face.